Hi, in the next few steps, I'm going to show you how to download the latest version of the WordPress blog software. Install it in a web-enabled directory on the server. Set up any required config files, create the WordPress database through MySQL, and complete the WordPress install from a web server, which will be in part 2. To download the latest version of the WordPress, I'm going to specify it in a folder first, which will be the www folder. And to download the latest WordPress folder file from the internet, I'm going to use the following command. It's going to take about 20-30 seconds to download into the folder. After that, we're going to unzip the WordPress zip folder and make sure it's the right version when you unzip it. Once that's done, we're going to check the WordPress folder. As you can see, that's the whole files to install the WordPress into the server. So we need to set up the WordPress config file, which will be the config sample, but I have to rename it to the config.php by using the following command. And to edit this config file, you could use either nano or the vi, whichever suits you. This file is the database file, which we need to define the database name, the MySQL username and password. We're going to add them now, and we're going to create the database name, the username and the password later on. The database name, I'm going to call it WordPress, and the username, I'm going to call it root, and the password is going to be the same password as my server. Once that's done, just save and exit. After we've done that, we need to configure the Apache HTTPD server. It's more like a virtual host in Apache, just to allow for future expansion. To edit that, we need to go to the following folder, which is the conf.d, and then, as you can see below, we need to create a new conf file, and I'm gonna call it a wordpress.conf. And in this file, we're gonna add a few lines, which is for the virtual host. And as you can see, the first line is the IP address of my server, and the second line is the document root, which where we installed the WordPress early on, and my server name, password, and just the rest of it is just an error document. It links it to the 404 page just in case error happened. Once that's done, just exit and save. After that, we need to restart our Apache server by running the HTTPD restart. Once we've restarted, now we're going to create the WordPress database table through the MySQL. But before we get that done, we need to create the username and the password of MySQL. So as you can see here, it's the username for the MySQL, and there is my password. Once that's done, we need to log in to the MySQL by running the following command. It's MySQL -u -p, and it's gonna require for password, which is the root OS. Now we're in the MySQL server, so I'm going to create a table, which I'm gonna call it WordPress, and then I'm gonna give it a grant access and set up a new user. We're gonna call him WordPress, and the password is gonna be WordPress2. Once that's done, we're gonna give it a privileged access for this user and others if we create them later on. Once that's done now, we're going to exit, and pretty much you're done in the server part. Just catch up with me in the second part of how to install it through the web browser. Thank you.